I started working in a bingo hall for a couple of years when I was in college, just to tide me over, you know how you do. And 20 years later I'm still working in gambling and gaming. So I was a bingo caller for a while, managed a couple of gaming machine arcades. In my mid-20s I ended up working at Corals in betting shops. Didn't work out too well for me, the culture didn't fit, but fortunately I ran into Yvonne Jackson, one of our old district managers, now an area manager, who asked me one day, "Joe, are you happy working at Corals?" And I said, "Not really, no." And 3 weeks later I was opening one of our shops in Derbyshire, in Swadlincote. I spent a year or so as a relief manager, got my first gig as a shop manager in 2007, applied for the old shop manager development course, which is how we used to create district managers, and got rejected. Went away, a couple of years later applied for Taking the Lead, which is again another district manager course we used to run, and got rejected for that. Went away and learned some lessons. A year later I applied again and got rejected for that as well. But on my third time I went through, joined Taking the Lead in 2014, became a district manager in South Wales about the same time. From there, spent about 18 months doing that, and then got asked to come and fill the old coordinator role for the old World Regions 1 and 2, so about what's our South Division now, working in London. Through the modernisation became the business manager for the South Division, and that's taken me right up to today. So the last few years have been a bit of a whirlwind for me. You want to tell a good story, and you want that to be all about the times that you were successful, but the pivotal moments for me have really been the times that I've failed, kind of the times that I've got it wrong and got knocked back and had to take a look at what I was doing and go away and learn something else. So the pivotal moments for me really are taking 4 tries to get onto a district manager development scheme, but really knowing that that was what I wanted to do and not giving in. The times when I've messed it up, got it wrong, got some challenging feedback and learned from it, probably driven me on further than the times when I've succeeded. It's been lovely to win the Retail Rising Star Award last year. But in terms of what I've grown and learned from, I've probably gotten more out of some of the more challenging feedback pieces I've had from my leaders. Less than 4 years ago, I was putting up papers in a shop, just like most of our colleagues, and loving it, really enjoying my job as a shop manager. To get from there to here has been just such a roller coaster for me, and a lot of that's credited to the people I know. I think your network's so important. Your network is your audience, and you can have the best ideas in the world, but if no one's listening, then it never becomes real. I've been really lucky to have great district managers, area managers working with me, going to the South team and their leadership team, their regional managers, directors, Liz, our head of HR. So I've had some great sponsors, trainers and teachers. But really what's helped me to get to where I am is just a lot of discipline and hard work. The most challenging obstacle I've had has been understanding the value of people, understanding the value of that network. Quite often you'll see someone do well, go forward, and you hear that criticism, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's quite often put down as a bit of a challenge. And I think the reality is somewhere in between. What you know is very important, but also who you know. I think what people underestimate, what I certainly underestimated, was your power to influence that network. You know, if I've got a great idea, I go and find someone that I can help with that idea. You absolutely have the power to expand your own network. It's within your gift to set up who you know. And it's all about building your own exposure, building your own brand, going and helping people, offering your time. Developing yourself isn't a 37.5-hour piece. You are only accountable to yourself, and the time that you put in, you get out. So yeah, really for me, the challenge has been understanding that it's not just about knowledge, it's not just about expertise, it's about having the right people around you and the right audience, so that knowledge and expertise starts to matter. A business manager needs to be about 1 part PA, 1 part operations manager, 1 part analyst, 1 part presenter. But the opportunity offered by that role to get involved in so many different things. So I'm part of the Tech Ninjas team within retail, and that gives me a platform to help loads of people across the business with their challenges with technology and all the new kit that we're rolling out in our world. It means that I get to be a part of a team up here in Leeds and also part of a team in London. It expands the number of people that I can learn from. I get to be exposed to so many different people and just pick and choose a little bit. So as a personal growth tool, it's an amazing thing. And I think we do a lot of that We have a lot of our roles that offer you the opportunity to go out and drive your own personal growth if that's what you want to do. William Hill is primarily a great place to work because of the people. I've worked in quite a few businesses within the industry, and I've never encountered people who are so honest, so genuine in their drive to do things better. A lot of our people are very close to our business. We're very close to each other, and they just want to make things better for each other and for their teams. And I've become so close to people within William Hill that they're almost like members of my family. And there's an honesty there. I think if we're really brutally honest, no job is always a great place to work. There are challenges. We get things wrong, things happen that we'd rather not, but we step up to that and we genuinely try and make things better for each other.